I'm Mike from Rogala Photography, where we talk about everything photography. If you're like most modern photographers, when you shoot your photos, you have your camera set for RAW format. RAW is a neutral version of the photo that you see from the back of your camera screen. It has the most data and the most dynamic range, so you can tweak the colors, contrast, exposure, etc. during your post-editing process. Again, if you're like most photographers, you do your post-editing in programs such as Adobe Lightroom, Capture One, Luminar NEO, etc. There's a ton of them. Most photographers don't think about using Adobe Photoshop for basic editing, even though it has all the same features as Lightroom in its camera raw filter or plugin, whatever you want to call it. Also, let's face it, most of us are very intimidated with Photoshop, thinking it's hard to learn. Well, let me tell you, it does take some time to learn, and I'm still learning it. But I'll show you 5 ways that you can use Photoshop for your basic edits. FYI, this is not a tutorial on how to use Photoshop. I'm only providing ideas on how photographers can use Photoshop instead of other editing programs. If you want videos showing you how to do any of these ideas, please let me know in the comments below and I'll get a video started. So here we go. Photoshop offers a wide range of tools and features for photographers. The first way is just for basic edits, and that's using Camera Raw. Photographers can adjust brightness, contrast, saturation, sharpness, all those things to enhance your photos. You can also correct exposure and color balance. Camera Raw is basically Lightroom built into Photoshop. The cool thing is that you can convert your layers in Photoshop to smart objects before beginning your editing, and it'll allow you to go back and make any adjustments that you might need. So basically, it's non-destructive. Okay, tip number 2, retouching. Photoshop is famous for its retouching capabilities. It's been used for years to fix up portrait photos. Photographers can remove skin blemishes, smooth out the skin, and even alter physical features to create the desired look. With its built-in neural filters, brushes and masks, and many other tools for retouching portraits, the possibilities are endless. But don't overdo it because it happens too much. Okay, tip number 3, compositing. When most photographers hear about Photoshop, this is what they think it's used for. Cutting up various photos and graphics, combining them into a completely new piece of artwork, maybe adding text, etc. And then by combining these elements from different images, photographers can create composite images. This is particularly useful in conceptual photography or for creating images that would be impossible to capture in a single frame. For instance, someone floating in the air. Sky replacement is probably the most well-known of a composite photo for landscape photographers. By removing an old, boring sky and replacing it with something more vibrant and alive, it can become a completely changed look of your photo. Keep in mind that after replacing the sky, one has to also edit the original part, the landscape, so it can match what the sky looks like. So if you put a sunset in there, then you got to make sure you warm up the landscape. Hey, if you could, please take the time to sign up for my photography newsletter to stay ahead with the latest videos, expert photography tips, and all the exciting news from Rogala Photography. Sign up now and never miss an update on enhancing your photography skills and keeping up with my journey as a photographer and with my site. You can sign up at the link at the description below. It goes to regalaphotography.com. My newsletter is free and spam free. I absolutely hate spam, so I am not going to send you any whatsoever. Okay? Thank you for your support. And while you're at it, if you can click like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, adding or removing elements. Photographers can use Photoshop to add or remove elements from their photos. This could be as simple as removing a distracting object in the background, or as complex as adding an entirely new subject to the scene. Adobe's been killing it with their AI features lately. Generative Fill and Generative Expand allow you to take a vertical photo and expand on the scene to turn it into a beautiful landscape photo. Also, Generative Fill allows you to add elements to your photos that weren't there when you took the photo. The Remove tool can get rid of unwanted people or objects to help clean up your photos as well. This is a complete game changer. Okay, tip number 5, focus stacking. Focus stacking is used primarily by landscape photographers, but it can be used for any type of photography that needs the photo to be completely in focus from front to back. This technique involves taking multiple photos with different focus points and then combining them in Photoshop. This is particularly useful in macro photography and close-up photography too, where depth of field is limited. So when you are taking your photos, focus on an up close point, then focus on a middle point, and then focus on a point that's distant, okay? You may want to add a photo or two in between those middle points and close points, as well as the middle and distant point. You can either let Photoshop combine them, or you can use layer mask and brush in what you want yourself. Well, there you have it. 5 ways that photographers can use Photoshop. If you enjoyed my video, please subscribe to the channel and click that like button. It really does help. Ring that bell if you want to be notified when my next video is posted. Until next time, take care, everyone.